guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of watching me, welcome to my channel. So glad to have you guys join us on my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on your notification bell button so you're notified of new videos every week. That's so cool. So today's episode, of course, I already said it here that we are now Canadians. Glory be to God. Well, yeah, so I started my journey as a student here in Canada, and from being a student to going on work permit, and then to being a permanent resident, and then to being a Canadian. And I had mentioned how I intend coming here to share my experiences. And I emphasize that I'm not an immigration consultant. I'm just here to share my experiences and on that. And so because of that, I thought it was best for me to start by sharing some of the values that have helped me in my transition journey. And just a disclaimer here that this is my own experience. So in case you don't agree, in case you're in Canada as well and you don't agree with some of these things, that's okay, because that's your own experience. So I'm just here to share some of the things that have helped me, some of the things I paid attention to, just in case it can help someone there who is still in the process of getting into Canada, or who is also a student, or still a visitor, or still a worker, or still on permanent residence, or still on permanent residency. So this is my experience, just a disclaimer out there. And honestly, I think this is a point where I mentioned something I see often online, where people say, I think you should put what you just posted down, or I think this your post is not right, or whatever. It's okay if somebody's post doesn't align well with your own values, your vision, or your perspectives. There are different perspectives to life. It's okay. You don't have to, you can disagree, but you don't have to condemn or, downplay what that person posted. All right, you don't have to. It's okay to comment that you disagree. That's okay. It's okay to say you don't think so. That's okay, on your own point. But you can't say the person is absolutely not right. The person should pull it down because it doesn't align with your values. Hello, please, let's be kind here on the social media streets. This social media street, only God they help us. Anyway, so back to the things I said I wanted to share. So it's the 5 P's. I'm sure some people will be like, is it marketing? Is in marketing we have 4 P's of marketing: price, place, people, and likes, whatever, products, promote. I don't know. Anyway, so mine is 5 P's, and I'm just going to start to the very first one, which is P for planning. So you're coming to Canada as a student, and I believe that for you to have gotten to the point in your life where you think you want to come to Canada as a student, you already have a plan in place. And this plan, and let me tell you something about some plans. It wasn't all my plans that just went as it should have. No. Be ready to plan with pencil and hand over to God to erase whatever needs to be erased and rewrite the plan for you. So be ready with that. But then again, you have to have a form of planning. Planning is where your goals come in, is where your processes would definitely come in, giving room for the things that will shift in your process, right? So you need to plan. I know coming into Canada as a student, I planned that, I want to definitely stay back. Well, I wasn't too sure. It was dependent on how things would play. That was it, but I had the option, and I had it in mind that I would definitely love to stay back and work, gather some experiences before going back home. Definitely, so you want to plan out yourself, plan out your strategies. Read it's from researching at edge that you can plan. So for me because I was coming into Canada as a student, so I had to read the processes. Okay, so from being a student, I have to get a work permit, and things would change, but at least it's just like now that You don't have to wait. I think there's a new thing where you can do TR to PR, from temporary residence to being a permanent resident, without having to wait the long period or go through PNP and the likes. I'm not so sure, but for me at the time, I had to put notes down the processes involved and plan myself around it. So definitely that. So now to the second P you need on this journey. You definitely need the P for patience. You definitely need a lot of patience in this journey. And why did I say that? Because like I said in the like I said when I was talking on the points planning, that sometimes the plans may not go in accordance to how you think, in accordance to the process you think or you've laid out. Things may change along the line. Take for example, for me, I planned that upon getting my work permit, I would, like, immediately after graduation, I was going to create my profile to apply under the Federal Skilled Worker Program, because I had like 1 year working experience from home. And then I thought at the time okay, I'm young, so I should get lots of points from age and, different things. And then I was going to ace my IELTS exam. So many things. But then when I created my Federal Skilled Worker Program profile, I didn't have up to the necessary points, and I really wanted to get it out of the way, get the application out of the way, so I then had to go through PNP. That was never in my plan, from now referring to planning, that was never in my plan, but it was the next step of action. And I knew that was going to take another time but looking at it, it didn't even take so long before I applied for the PNP, and on getting the PNP, I could then, submit my application. So sometimes it may not go as you're planning. But just be ready to have that virtue called patience. Patience, because a few things may also, come along the way that you did not plan for. But with the virtue of patience, you'll be able to tailor or navigate whatever thing comes your way. So you definitely need that value called patience. Then now to the third P that you need is positivity. Positivity or possibility mentality. The mentality and mindset that says it is possible. It is possible. It is possible. You need that. You need to be able to motivate yourself. Don't wait. On this journey, I learned, maybe because I don't have family members, it's just now my sister joined us last year, and then I have some friends who have become sisters, But I remember coming here, I didn't know anybody, I didn't have a family, I didn't know anybody, but I needed to keep pushing myself. Yes, our parents would definitely motivate us, encourage us, but because you're here and you know how things go here, you will definitely need a form of self-motivation from inside, from inwards. So be ready to put in the work, and also the work mentally, reminding yourself that it is possible. I'm positive about these things. And other ways to help you is to watch people's stories. There are content here on Canadian immigration, how people landed in Canada and the likes. Watch those things, pick from people's testimonies, pick from people's stories, and dwell on the positive. Along the line, there will be things like, oh, your point is not enough, this and that. Keep telling yourself it is possible, and keep illustrating reasons why it is possible. Okay, so that's another P you will need. And then taking me to the next P is people. The factor of people came into play, and this is where I'll remind us not to underrate the people the Lord brings into your life. People, God will definitely bring people your way for a season or for a lifetime, and He will also have different assignments for people to play in your life. So in as much as it sounds really cliche, but I want you to pay attention to this, because so many people that I met in Canada had a way of just connecting me to somebody that had this information or that had this resource and the likes. So don't underrate the presence of people or the factor of people. People will come. I mean, these are people that you've never met before. These are people that you probably never thought of meeting. So why do you think you're meeting them? Of course, it's not just for anyhow. So be attentive, pay attention to it, and be sensitive. one example of people, there are so many examples I have, but how the factor of people really helped me was the employer I worked with, I did my internship with when I was in school. You know, they saw the way I was being determined, diligent, and the likes, and how I respected, even though here, yes, you respect people, but they saw the difference. I believe, because you see me using okay ma'am. I don't really have to use ma'am or sir or courtesy. I don't really have to, but according people, that opens, gives you gives people the need or the interest to find out more about you. They see how you're passionate about things, about other people as well around you. And then, because of that, they retained me after school. And they didn't just retain me after school. The Lord also used them to, sponsor my PNP application. And even when I needed to go for an interview out of town, the Lord used them to pay for my tickets, for my flight tickets. Where would you find employers who are ready to actually pay for ticket for you to go work with someone else? It was, yes, that was God at work. That was grace at work. But at the same time, that was the result of God using me to really honor these people as I should have. Because if I did not, I don't know. Yes, grace and God will work for me. But at the same time, what are the seeds I'm sowing in that? What are the seeds I'm sowing in the relationship I have with them as my boss? Am I sowing seeds of being rude or being actually I have a video on seeds. I don't know if I'm going to post it before this or after. However, that's something for you to pay attention to. Like, what kind of seeds are you sowing to people who are helping you? Are you sowing seeds of they are not doing enough? Or people who you can at least help, you just want to be the one on the receiving end? All these things speak. They determine the result at the end of the day. But let me not go further into that. Now to the last P that I really want everybody to take serious. I really want us to know that in as much as we do the first P, the planning, the have patience, or possibility mentality, that I can do it, is possible, being positive, or the people factor, we still need the factor of prayer. Prayer is important. It's very important. Try your best to, at every point, being a student, every application you submit, pray. Pray and thank God for it. You move to the next one, pray. To the third one, pray. Try and speak over your documents. And as you're in the land, speak. Pray over yourself. Pray over the people the Lord is bringing your way. Pray, and then send prayers to people too. Pray for other people. Pray for people in your similar situation. Pray for people in your similar situation that they need this. It will speak. Prayers they are seeds as well. Send it forth. Use that instrument, kingdom instrument of prayer. It's a kingdom instrument of prayer. Use it to your advantage very well over the application. And I know, of course, you're going to testify as well. Those are the 5 P's that I intended sharing as to the P's that helped me in transitioning. Yes, I'm sure some people be like I said, some people be like, P's. There are C's as well. There are D, there are K's, there are T's. So as we are led, I will share these things. And if you know me, I really love playing with letters. I love, combining things. I do that. I really love it. And sometimes as a child, how the Holy Spirit also speaks to me, because He will use the things you can relate with to speak to you. He will not come and speak German when He knows that you don't understand German. But He knows that with letters, I play well with letters. So that is why I'm also relating to you guys. So I will come here next time on the experience in Canada category to tell you these are the 3 T's, these are the 5 T's. Just take me as I am and be ready for those wonderful content. Until another time with me on Available by Grace, take care and be safe. Bye.